Hello again, everybody. This is Steve Martin. You may know me from my only other video, my Geek and Sundry vlog application. It was a rush job and I didn't really do it justice. And while it's too late to enter another one, I thought that I would talk some more. And yes, before you ask, this is supposed to be a throne made out of books. The design was a little bit flawed. I'm going to have to work on it. I've got some more books to use, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I ended my last video talking a little bit about the Man of Steel movie. And some of my friends, if you want to call them that after some of the things they said about the movie, they're saying that they're not going to watch the Man of Steel because A, he's played by a Brit, and B, because of the way the movie ended. Well, I have no official opinion on whether or not a British guy is acceptable to play the all-American hero. I would like to say a few things about the terrible ending that people are talking about. When I was a kid, well, I was adopted for starters, and when I was a kid growing up, I discovered a superhero that was also adopted. Went through terrible childhood and yet still grew up to be the greatest hero that the world has ever seen. And I really looked up to him because life keeps knocking me down. And Superman, whenever he gets knocked down, he gets back up again. And I really take that to heart. The best thing about Superman isn't so much his superpowers. A lot of heroes have superpowers, and some of them have been made crazily more powerful than Superman. But the reason he's the greatest superhero is because of his humanity and his morality. And despite the fact that the story was a little flat and progressed poorly in some places, kind of rushed, I can understand that, I felt that the ending of the movie especially showed his morality. Now, a lot of you are thinking, and no spoilers here, but a lot of you who've seen the movie are probably thinking to yourself, yeah, but he did this, and that was a terrible thing to do, and our Superman would never do that. Well, I want to disagree with you. He was faced with a terrible choice, and I actually wept because I pictured the grief he had to go through, the torment in his soul, as he made that decision that he had very little time to make. And I have to say that that is Superman. He was at the beginning of his excursion into being a superhero. He didn't have all the experience under the belt that the Superman we're used to has, and he was faced with a threat as great as his own power. Again, no spoilers, but he did something that he had a choice between letting people get hurt and doing something that was going to hurt himself. And whenever he's been given those choices, he always chooses the one that will cause himself pain. Even like, for example, when he fought Doomsday, Superman tries not to kill. And even fighting Doomsday, a monster with no soul, it tormented him to have to destroy him. And he sacrificed his own life in the process. So all of you people out there who are mad about the decision Superman made at the end of Man of Steel, just put yourself in his boots. Watch the scene again. Think about how you would feel faced with that choice and what you would do. Because I'm not sure I wouldn't make the same decision. Admittedly, I'm not as good a person as Superman. I probably would have made that decision a lot earlier in the movie and saved everyone a bunch of trouble. But there's a reason I look up to him, and it's decisions like that where he put other people's well-being above himself. Anyways, I could probably talk about this all day long, but I have a job I have to get to bed for, and I do want to plug my Geek and Sundry vlog submission, even though it isn't very good. Some of you might see it and go to it and vote, and that would be terrific. If you don't, I'll probably still do these whenever I get the bug in my bonnet. You're going to go to geekandsundry.com. Actually, I've posted the site to vote for me You can vote for me every day from now to the 27th. Go ahead and watch the other videos, but don't vote for them because you're taking votes from me. I'm doing my best to get the votes out there. All I have is networking because the video wasn't very good. But I want to leave you with this. Watch Man of Steel. Don't complain about the fact that he's a Brit or how the ending is. Just think about it in terms of what you would do in his situation. And watch my vlog submission, vote for it, plug it to your friends, and if you have any suggestions on a better way for me to build a throne made out of books that doesn't fall over every few minutes, I would love them. So, this is Steve Martin, signing off. You guys have a good day.